September 17th, 1925. A young woman lay on a cobblestone street in Mexico City, her body a canvas of unimaginable destruction. A steel handrail had pierced through her, entering her hip and exiting through the other side. Her spine was shattered in 3 places, her collarbone broken, her right leg fractured in 11 spots, her right foot crushed, and her shoulder dislocated. Blood mixed with gold dust, spilled from a painter's bag, covered her broken form, making her look like a strange, shattered ballerina. That young woman was 18-year-old Frida Kahlo, and on that day, she was born again. Before the accident, Frida was a vibrant, rebellious spirit. She was one of the few female students at the prestigious National Preparatory School, planning to become a doctor. Art was a hobby, a side note in a life brimming with intellectual curiosity and youthful energy. She was known for her boisterous laughter, her sharp wit, and her involvement in a mischievous political group. She was in love, planning a future, her life stretching out before her like an open road. And then, in a single, brutal moment, that road was destroyed. The bus she was riding home from school collided with a streetcar. The world became a symphony of screaming metal, shattering glass, and human agony. The initial prognosis was grim. Doctors didn't think she would survive. But Frida fought. She endured months in the hospital, encased in plaster corsets that felt like a living tomb. The pain was a constant, relentless companion. The vibrant girl who loved to run and explore was now confined to her bed, her world shrinking to the 4 walls of her room. Her dreams of becoming a doctor evaporated. Her body, once a source of strength and freedom, was now a prison of pain. It would have been easy to surrender to despair, to let the darkness consume her. Many would have, but Frida was not like many. During her agonizing recovery, her father, a photographer, had a special easel made for her. It was designed so she could paint while lying down. Her mother hung a large mirror above her bed. Unable to explore the world outside, Frida began to explore the only world she had left, herself. Her own face, reflected in the mirror, became her first and most frequent subject. She said, "I paint myself because I am so often alone and because I am the subject I know best." This was the birth of Frida Kahlo, the artist. Her paintings were not pretty pictures. They were raw, visceral, and brutally honest. She painted her pain, her broken body, her shattered dreams. She depicted the steel corsets that held her together, the nails piercing her skin, the tears streaming down her face. In one self-portrait, she shows herself as a wounded deer, arrows sticking from her body, her face a mask of stoic suffering. She didn't hide her scars. She turned them into art. She externalized her internal torment, laying it bare for the world to see. Throughout her life, Frida would undergo more than 30 operations. The pain never truly left her. It was a shadow that followed her everywhere. Yet, she refused to be defined solely by her suffering. She embraced life with a ferocity that was breathtaking. She wore traditional, vibrant Mexican clothing, adorned herself with flowers and elaborate jewelry, and cultivated her famous unibrow as an act of defiance against conventional beauty standards. She hosted lively parties, drank tequila, sang loudly, and loved passionately and tumultuously, most famously with the great muralist, Diego Rivera. Her life was a contradictional whirlwind of pain and pleasure, fragility and immense strength. Her art was her rebellion. In a world that wanted her to be silent and invisible, she screamed from the canvas. She painted about miscarriage, a taboo subject then and now, depicting her own heartbreaking experiences with unflinching honesty. She explored her identity, her Mexican heritage, and her political convictions. She wasn't just painting her pain. She was painting her existence. Each brushstroke was an affirmation of life, a declaration that she was still here, still fighting, still creating. Her work was initially overshadowed by that of her famous husband, but slowly, the world began to notice this unique, powerful voice. The surrealists in Europe tried to claim her as one of their own, but Frida rejected the label. "They thought I was a surrealist," she said, "but I wasn't. I never painted dreams, I painted my own reality." And her reality was more strange, more painful, and more beautiful than any dream. Towards the end of her life, her health deteriorated even further. Her right leg was eventually amputated due to gangrene. It was another devastating blow, yet, even then, her spirit remained unbroken. In her diary, she sketched a picture of her amputated leg and wrote, "Feet, what do I need you for when I have wings to fly?" A few days before she died, she attended her first and only solo exhibition in Mexico. She was too ill to get out of bed, so she had her 4-poster bed transported to the gallery. She arrived in an ambulance, was carried in on a stretcher, and held court from her bed, laughing and singing with the attendees. It was the ultimate Frida Kahlo statement. If life confines you to a bed, take the bed to the party. Frida Kahlo died at the age of 47. Her last diary entry was a simple, powerful declaration. "I hope the exit is joyful and I hope never to return." She left behind a legacy that transcends art. She taught us that our wounds do not have to be the end of our story. They can be the beginning. She showed us that true strength isn't the absence of pain, but the courage to create beauty from it. Her life is a testament to the idea that the most broken things can become the most beautiful. That tragic bus accident didn't just break her body, it shattered the life she was supposed to have, and in doing so, it created the life she was meant to live. It took away her ability to walk freely, but it gave her wings to fly. So the next time you face a setback, a failure, or a moment of pain that feels insurmountable, think of Frida. Think of the girl covered in blood and gold dust, who refused to let her brokenness define her. She took her pain, her scars, and her suffering, and she built a universe of color, life, and defiant beauty. She reminds us that within our deepest wounds lies our greatest strength. She's a symbol of resilience, a beacon for anyone who has ever felt broken. Her life wasn't a tragedy, it was a triumph. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories of incredible lives.